Yeah, back again with another video. I'm going to do this one on. I just finished watching the television series Marvel uh, comic book adaptation series on Netflix. I watched Luke Cage and I watched The Defenders. And I'll say, man, this is pretty great because, I watched uh, the Luke Cage one, all 13 episodes back to back. Then I watched all of the Defenders episodes. I think it's like 8 episodes. It could be more. I don't know. But yeah, I watched all those two different shows, and man, it's awesome. Because Luke Cage, I'm familiar with Luke Cage as Power Man from back in the day, the comic book character Power Man. Um, I remember that reading as a little child in the 70s or the 80s, I would say. And it was interesting to show that, they gave everything, how he got his powers, how he was part of an experiment in prison, and how he tried to uh, try to go back to society, and then his this other character, Diamondback, was the guy that was the one that was the villain in that particular series, which he later on found out was his half brother. I might give some spoilers. I'm gonna try not to give too many, but I like I like the story. I like the characters, and it's very entertaining. I'll say this is probably the most entertaining thing I think I've seen yet. And I think Netflix partnership with Marvel is an excellent move on their part by putting these different individual stories of comic book heroes. And then I watched that all the way through. And then I watched the Defenders. You got the Luke Cage character and uh, Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Daredevil. And as we know, the last time I saw Daredevil was with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner, where she was killed, and then they did the Letra movie where she was reborn, and she was like basically an assassin for hire, and she had to help this young girl that had these special powers or something, and that's what we knew of that particular Electra. But then I guess they trying to do a reboot with this Marvel thing. The whole story where she was killed last time she was killed and she was being reborn, but they changed it around where they said that she joined the Hand, the criminal organization Hand, and they want her to be an assassin. Then she turned the tables on them. You'll see that if you check that out. But yeah, and then the character Jessica Jones, I was like, who is this character? I had to do some little research on her. Basically, in this in the story, people are asking, how does she get her powers? She's super strong, right? But they never really elaborate how she got her powers. I had to go Google search the information and find out it was something that happened between her and her parents. She was involved in a car collision or accident or something, and some type of radioactive chemicals. She was exposed to these radioactive chemicals, super chemicals, and she was in a coma. Her parents died. She came out of the coma, and she had these powers, and she was adopted by this family. And then she formed her own detective, private investigator company or something, and this is a mystique about her. Then I did the research and find out that she's supposed to be uh, if you look at the comic book stories, she's supposed to be Luke Cage's wife. End up being Luke Cage's wife, and they call her Power Woman because of her super strength. Like Luke Cage is Power Man, so they said that basically she's Power Woman. And so it's interesting. And then this character Iron Fist, he's supposed to be a multi-billionaire. Bobby Rand. Uh, I think I got it right, but he was trained in the some type of monastery, and he was trained how to channel his chi energy, and he does this particular thing where he make his hand illuminate with energy, some type of illumination, or metaphysical illumination. And it's interesting, the little part I saw where he fought Luke Cage, and Luke Cage he put the jump on Luke Cage with the iron fist. He punched him, he knocked him cold out. I was like, wow. But very interesting. And then, you know, these characters and these stories is a good fit, I would say, in my personal opinion, with the Marvel and the partnership between Marvel and Netflix. I think it's a great fit, and I think now I see trailers for the Punisher. I guess that's gonna be a new series they're gonna put out. And it's supposed to be another Luke Cage series or another series because they got uh, one of the characters that got their arm cut off. They showed the trailer with them with a bionic arm they got from Tony Stark's. So we shall see how that goes. And I'll be looking at more. And I'm definitely going to look at the whole Daredevil Part 1 and 2, I think, series that they got on Netflix. I'm going to check that out and see if there's any other storylines or Iron Fist. If they got one with Iron Fist too, I'm going to probably check that one out too if they got that one too. Like I said, I hadn't had a chance to look at all these until recently. And when you look at these type of stories, you got to really sit down and really focus on what's being, in the film, and really get the whole experience of the movie or the series. So I'm looking for more from Marvel and Netflix partnership, and we shall see how that goes. Yeah. If you like my videos, y'all, please hit that like icon. And make sure you hit the bell under the videos for the notifications for other videos from me. Peace and blessings to everybody, and have a nice day. Thank you.